Good evening. Sorry for that little snafu in the beginning, but hey, it's been a day for some of us. Welcome and thank you for joining us on this week's installment of Darkness Over New Orleans. As always, we have our players here. We have gone over all of the veils and consent with each other several times. Now the consent for you. This is a game of dark, thematic, some horror. Tonight we'll probably be having some themes that most people might not enjoy. So if that's not your cup of tea, by all means, please find something a little more up to speed for you. No hard feelings whatsoever. Oops, a daisy. Once again, we're going to go through the introductions, and then we will start our session for tonight. Going left to right.
Hi, I'm Robin the God, and I play the Nosferatu Thorn.
Hey everybody, I'm Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba. Everyone on the internet. I am playing Maximilian, my lovely, lovely gangrel son of a bitch. Pronouns are he, him for both of us.
Gangrel son of a bitch. Hey everybody, sorry. Hi everybody, my name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. You can find me all places on the internet at CommuneDM. You can see me play all sorts of TTRPG content, mostly on Sundays at twitch.tv/CommuneDM. And I will be playing Kiernan Blake, your Bruja.
Hello everyone, good evening. Thaddeus Atlas. You can find me on all social platforms as Thaddeus Atlas. I'll be playing your Tremere, Aubrey Valentine.
And my name is Dylan. You can find me all over the internet. Roll for Dylan. I'm your storyteller here. And on Wednesday nights for Tales of L'Adonnaire, my pronouns are he, they. So, without further ado, please, let's sink our fangs into tonight's episode.
Blay.
Start your engines. But Uncle Dracula...
First 8 minutes.
Hi. All right. We've just been having a grand old time behind scenes. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. All right. When last we left off, our coterie was meeting with the prince at their mansion to discuss what task they were going to perform for the prince this evening, rather in 2 days' time. Before meeting with the prince, they had a quick run-in individually with a small kindred. Whoops-a-daisy. By the name of Jeffrey. He invited Maximilian and Kiernan to his tea shop and offered them both his business card. To Thorn, And Aubrey, it was just a quick passing conversation. Prior to meeting with the prince, we also had Thorn and Aubrey have a interesting one-to-one conversation outside of the mansion, in the grounds, where a different side of Aubrey was shown. When meeting with the prince himself, each of our kindred here had a different outlook and attitude towards the situation they found themselves in, as well as towards the prince. It was then delivered upon to them that in 2 days' time they were to meet with the Garou, the werewolves, on the edge of the bayous outside of the city of New Orleans. There was one simple warning: no bloodshed. No bloodshed from either side, lest all-out war will happen. The prince gave our coterie 2 days' time to prepare and get themselves ready. So right now, we're going to start from there, and I'm going to go individually with a quick scenario as to what happened during those 2 days' time. First, let's start with Maximilian.
Okay. So after they all depart from the lovely, lovely apartment of
Yes, I'm sorry. That's
Kieran-
right.
of
They
Kieran.
went back to Kiernan's before the evening ended. Thank you very much. They went to Kiernan's with all the artwork inside his studio, and Kiernan actually drank some alcohol, which was very different for the other kindred to see. Thank you for reminding me. Continue. Sorry.
So it's all good. I think he first went to visit Angelo to see if he's fucking all right, because he said some shit at that meeting with the prince, and he wants to make sure he's okay. And plus he also wants to know if he knows anything about Garou, because Max doesn't know shit about
Yeah,
shit.
Sure. So you would have met with Angelo for sure, and over the course of the next 2 days, he would have told you that everything is fine. He just does not understand why the importance of having to give the entirety of the kindred community the prince's own tasks. That is weighing heavily on his mind. In terms of Garou, yes, he's seen them. Yes, he's fought with them. Yes, he was lucky to come out unscathed. He has not fought with them in the bayou. He was fighting some of the stragglers that come through the city when trying to relocate, and have a little mishap within the area of the mortals, so we'll say, or for those that are trying to rid the world of evil. Is there anything else that you're doing during this time?
I think he's just getting ready. Like, he's getting ready mainly for that, and because the whole ordeal of the map is of the meeting is to stick to our territories, no expanding from either side, keep it that way. And I was given a map to the location itself, right?
Yep. Just you.
Yes.
Just you
so
were given
just
the
me.
map.
So I think Max has just been studying that map, just looking at the location.
Okay.
And just waiting, biding his time.
Okay. Aubrey, what have you been doing the last 2 days? You're muted.
Aubrey definitely spent his time, writing a letter to the prince, thanking him for his hospitality. He wrote a second letter, to no one in particular that anybody need concern themselves with, and kind of stuffed it in his own pocket should his body be found somewhere in the bayou. He spent the better part of one afternoon, right as the sun went down, with his assistant they were he wanted to make good on a commitment that he had made to the group about his ability to escape crowds. He kind of checked out some parking garages and ran some routes about like how to get into a garage with his assistant and then come out with 3 cars. So they're in one of the cars, switching dealer plates and all that. And the rest of his evening he spent at a local soup kitchen.
What was he doing at the soup kitchen?
He's very into servicing of the people. It's a great way to not only build contacts in a city with the people that see the most, especially during the night, but he's very big into giving back. Helps him maintain a sense of his humanity, being around people that need help and he can help them.
So then in trying to find contacts, what would he be doing during that time? Would he be speaking to just the people that he was serving, or are you trying to be making contacts with other people helping them?
Oh, anybody working in the night is good people to know. Anybody that makes a habit of being out in the night and running the streets at night knows what's safe and what's not safe, and probably has heard a few urban legends about the area that ring a little bit true.
You make one acquaintance that you lean a little heavier towards. It's Pastor Paul. And Pastor Paul lets you know that he's happy to see new faces in the area, helping out the community. And he hopes that when the new church starts being built, that you will join him in the commencing ceremonies.
On my list of things to do, but I really don't like to make commitments. The people come first, But I'll try my best.
Very good. Okay. Now, also, you don't have a specific home in this city as of yet. So where are you staying during this time?
I like to believe that the agents were able to put me up in a rather nice hotel. I looked at a few. The Maison de Loup in the French Quarter was something that was like particularly intriguing, as it's close to a lot of places that have moderately tall buildings and a lot of people. Easy to come in and go without being noticed.
Okay, we'll say that's that. What's the name of the hotel again?
It's the Maison de Loup.
Maison de Loup. Okay, wonderful. All right, thank you very much. Maison de Loup. Okay. Kieran, what are you doing during this time?
I think after the guests he's had at his place, he is in need of restocking a supply. So I think he's going to first check a contact and see if he can access any sort of hospital or blood drive.
Yeah, at that time you have 2 days, so you have plenty of time to do that. So we'll say within that time you're able to meet your contact at the back entrance of one of the blood banks. Do you trade anything for your blood, or how is this transaction happening?
I would pay cash.
You pay cash. Okay. And the person that you're dealing with, are they kindred? Are they human? What is their connection to you and knowledge of what you are?
I think that they are a kindred, the like of Jack, where probably a similar breed of kindred. Definitely just transactional. Nothing like Kieran's not rude or mean to them, but understands that it's a transaction, is happily able to give the money and just kind of fuck off.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you're doing during this 2 days time?
I think he the night before they head out, he will sort of walk the art campus that he had graduated from and just sort of look at kind of finals pieces that are up and sort of take it in.
Okay. As you're walking around and seeing stuff, you look into one of the windows of a class that's happening, an evening class, and you see the professor is up there talking about different styles of art and whatnot, and you're just casually glancing at the students, and one of them stands out to you as a blonde girl that looks very familiar to you, that you had a run-in with several nights before.
Oh, got it.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just sort of wave a uncomfortable smile and move on.
She does not notice you. She is enthralled with the lecture and has 100% focus.
That's good. Pay attention in school. Yeah. He'll just sort of. I'll say that he still does the awkward wave, and he's like, "She's not looking at me. I'm gonna go." Okay. And then he'll just kind of take it in, and then head back home.
Okay. Thorn, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
During this time, Thorn is quietly entering his own abode, quietly tending to it, airing it out. But he's just tending to his home for the most part. If anyone were to see him or he were to go out into public, go down into the sewers just to sort of familiarize himself with it, doing so with his eyes closed, trying to weave his way through, memorizing passages just in case. His hands, his fingers are a little longer, a little bit more pointed at the end, almost like ivory, like like nails that are just razor sharp at the end, but very long and hard, longer than before.
Okay.
He might. Mhm.
Go ahead. No, please continue.
He might be seen from any Nosferatu that might have seen him. His bag would be a little bit heavier sometimes, a little bit lighter other times. But there's little additions to himself underneath of his clothes. Almost like a little plate of armor around his neck, but it's not armor. It's white and as ivory as the tip of his fingers. Around his chest plate, his chest as well, it seems like he has something underneath that's very hard.
Okay. Are you making any contacts during this time, or are you just focusing on understanding your escape route, and if need be?
Escape route. Okay. He's concentrating on his escape routes, memorizing anything he can about the city, how to get in, how to get out, and adding on to his clothes beneath his black leathers and latex and whatnot.
Okay.
And feeding as well, of course.
Very good. All right. That being said, we'll say that you guys had predetermined a time and location to meet up. We'll say it was actually outside of Christian's boxing gym, Maximilian's boxing gym. It is late. It is definitely past the hours of the boxing gym to be open, even at this standard. Maximilian will have you waiting outside as the rest of the party arrives. And now, players, the stage is yours.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Kieran.
How's it going?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say that I don't know what to expect with these wolves, but I mean, peace meetings have been peaceful before. Why should they change now?
I think that's what scares me. There's a possibility of maybe it has changed. We have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Just didn't want to say it out loud.
Sorry.
It's all good.
You got any wood out here I can knock?
No, this is pretty much all stone.
Shit. Well,
This is the old building.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Oh,
You
yeah. What the fuck? Oh,
So Thorn's voice comes from the shadows, and he's in the shadows in the corner, sort of arms crossed, staring at everyone quietly up until this point.
Hey, bud.
Bien.
hello, Thorn.
Maximilian Aubrey.
Hello, dear.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gang's all here.
He quickly throws his cigarette that he was smoking as if he wasn't smoking him, stretches and drops the pack behind his back.
Thor gives him a sharp look and then slowly turns back to Maximilian. You understand, out of all of us, you are the closest to Garou, the closest to the beast.
I caught that sense, yeah.
I don't like putting my life in other people's hands. But I feel perhaps it may be wise for you to be a spokesperson of sorts. Tapping into your animalism, your kindred with these beasts. If anyone can do it, you can.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm kind of new to the whole public speaking and leadership thing, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little nervous about that, but I'll take it.
Hey, we're all behind you. Some really fall back behind you, depending on how it goes. But I'll be behind you the whole way, my friend.
No, if that's the case, I want you to run as fast as you can.
All kidding aside, we go down together.
Absolutely not.
Yes, Thorn, we'll go down together later, but right now we'll be worrying about going down with Maximilian.
No.
Matt,
It's early in
That's
the
not
night.
the case. This is no laughing matter.
No, later with the celebration. For now, we have
No.
his back.
No, Thorn is correct. If things do go badly, you all need to run. And you need to go tell the prince it was wrong. So that they can prepare.
I think that's a good idea for Thorn and for Aubrey. I ain't going nowhere.
You know, he could have chosen anyone. He might have chosen anyone that night. Because I think we are disposable. I think perhaps he
You think?
may want a war to start.
Well, then I say we act as polite as fucking possible.
I don't know if it'll make a difference. If you were prince, think of it. If you ruled the city, would you trust anyone? Anyone just picking them out in a crowd, people you don't know. He said in his court that he didn't know me. No one knows me. And yet he trusts me to go as all of us, as a dignitary to these base.
I don't think he trusts us. I think he trusts us to be disposable. But in this analogy, if I were the prince, I'd probably have a beautiful, beautiful princess on my arm. Anyways, Maximilian, we've got your back, and we're here for you.
I think I agree. Past that, I think we need to focus on figuring out why the fuck the prince had an open invitation for people to take a place of power, because that, as a prince, doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because he didn't intend us to take power. He expected us to die. Princes don't share power. Elders don't share power.
Exactly.
But before we do start going off on our political Jesus,
Political, yeah.
political horses, why don't we get in the car and drive?
Shotgun.
Doing nothing but standing here letting the whispers hear us. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Skokers, let's go.
What type of car are you guys getting into? Is it one of your personal cars or is it a Uber?
probably my car again.
Okay.
Shotgun.
I just
Shotgun was already called.
Oh,
If I see
God, is that you? God, is that you?
if I see Aubrey upset about it, I will squeeze in the back of the car.
It's real.
Go ahead.
I have the seat pulled up really, really far because you're so big.
Thank you.
The car ride is a long 45 minutes outside of the city limits, going through neighborhoods, abandoned streets, old roads. The scenery changes 4 times over, from the dense city to isolated houses, elevated homes, flood areas, old churches, graveyards, abandoned plantation-looking homes. And then it all becomes one. Dirt road, hanging moss from willow branches, thick vegetation to the point that you cannot see more than 5 feet into the darkness. You're not even on a road. It's simply a pair of tire tracks dug into the ground. This small strip, rarely traveled, but known very well to few. The distinct markings on the map tell you when to stop the car and get out, and proceed the rest of the way by foot. Maximilian slowly brings the car to a halt, precisely at indication of a large boulder that has a strange marking on it. You can't tell whether it's been chiseled in or scratched in with nails. But you all get out.
All right.
We're in Garou territory now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thorn is visibly a little shaken. He's trying to hold it together and clasp his hands in front of him. But you can see he's extremely, extremely on edge. And his eyes dart around in the dark, through the trees, and looking behind himself.
I think at that, Kieran will approach slowly. Put a hand out to Thorn's shoulder. Hey, we're gonna be okay. And if we're not, I'm not gonna speak for Max, but I'll give you guys the opportunity to run. I know Max is a good guy and a hell of a fighter, so I'm sure he'll help. More than willing. I just want to... The hospitality doesn't end at my house. Okay?
And you see a bit of a relaxation happen in his shoulders. That means far more than I can express, but thank you.
Yeah, sure.
You make it hard to want to leave you.
You hate to say it.
I wish you weren't so likable.
Me too. Ready, Max?
I think the entire time everyone's been like talking, collecting themselves. Kieran would recognize this aura around Max. It's the same one at the prince's ball, at the prince's party. Just that readiness, that air of, come on, show up already. That heat of action, that fight or flight, and it's telling Max he's gonna have to fight, if with words, with fists. It's something gonna happen, and he's gonna try to make sure that everybody gets out of it. And I wouldn't call it a leader's aura, but it's just like an air of like responsibility. Their responsibility.
The Kieran will just. I don't think he'll touch Max, given like that focus and that assessment. But I'm at your back.
He just nods, like he hears you.
Yep.
Aubrey kind of has a nonsensical air about himself, and he tries to lend it to the group. Very, very aware behind the mask of how serious this situation is, but trying to maintain that sense of like, let's cut the edge off of this. And he wanders over to the group, kind of whimsically looking around him, surveying the air, surveying the places in case anybody was watching us. And he quickly, sharply snaps back and he goes, besides, Dawn's the scariest thing in this wood.
Thorn's not bad.
A little spooky.
I'm not the scariest thing in this wood. You have no idea. Aubrey. And he grabs Aubrey's shoulder and turns him to him. I know you incline to your fun times, to have a laugh or two. But for God's sakes, if you don't listen to anything else I say, not this time.
Listen to everything you say. He straightens himself up, cracks his neck, and turns and gets real serious to the best of his ability.
He's a good boy.
As the silence happens between the group, you are now all very aware of all the sounds around you. The sounds of the swamp, the sounds of the dark, the sounds of the bayou. You hear the crickets playing their tiny violins. You hear the birds softly singing their evening songs. You hear rumbling off in the distance. Not sure exactly what that might be, but you know it's neither man nor machine. Close by, you hear twigs snap. You hear rustling in the bushes nearby. Max, the map tells you all to start walking into the woods, off trail. You're looking for a shack about a quarter mile east into the darkness.
Max just nods his head towards the direction he's supposed to go into, and he just walks in that direction.
Thorn trails behind everyone like a shadow, looking over his shoulder, around.
At least
But keeping everyone in his sights.
At least they're putting us up somewhere really nice for this.
Make sure your shadow doesn't have a shadow.
It is too dark for shadows. If there are any, they're swallowed up by the other shadows that are ever present at your feet and everywhere else. You make your way through, somewhat louder than quiet, but in the dark of the night, the noises you are making echo and travel across and through this dense vegetation, as if winding its way to specific ears. About 20 minutes pass by until you see a faint flickering light in the distance of a candle set in the window of a small wooden hut. You see a figure behind the candle, slowly pacing back and forth. From this distance, you cannot make out what it is. But you know that there is someone there.
Just walk up to it, and like, if I'm gonna use an analogy, this is like when Max had headed to the ring for the first time. This is like the ring walk, and
Gotcha.
he's just squarely walking, not slow of pace, no hesitation, just heading straight for the candle.
Perfect. What's everyone else doing at this instance?
If Max moves, Kieran moves.
I'd like to see if there's anyone else around.
You can give me wits and alertness, please.
Alertness.
Was
Awareness, you mean?
What did I say? Alertness? Yes, awareness.
also checking the east and west. Should I roll wits and awareness?
Yes, please.
2 fails, 2 successes.
Say again, 2 fails, 2 successes.
Yes.
Can't really tell much besides that you know there's one person there, but the sound and scene that you're in is kind of overpowering where your senses are fogged. No pun intended.
A crit success, a regular success, and a failure.
And a what?
And a failure.
Okay. Reminder, everyone has 1 hunger die. Okay. That is, with yours, critical success, 1 success, you don't notice anyone else in the area. However, you have noticed that the sounds of wildlife has died down tremendously in this area. In the short 20-minute walk it's taken you from your car, where it was a cacophony of sounds, has now come to almost a slight murmur of insect, and that's about it. You don't hear any other larger animals making their evening calls. The only other sound that everyone can hear are the footfalls on the creaky floorboards inside the hut. Heavy feet on damp, soaked floorboards. Maximilian, you walked up to the shack. There's 1 step from ground level to getting up onto the porch. There is no door.
Mm-hmm.
It is just an open space, and it is probably 5 foot by 5 foot inside. A bed, a chair, and a man are all that's within.
I think he sees the man. He doesn't even look at anything else in the room. Sole focus is on this one person. And the first words out of his mouth are, "Permission to enter."
The man looks at you, stops, shrugs, and goes, "Well, you know that you guys don't need permission to come into my home, please. Welcome."
Thank you. You'll enter.
Kieran will just be right at his back.
Think Aubrey's gonna hang out near the door.
Robin, you're muted.
Oh no.
Thorn pauses at the door for 1 moment, placing a hand on Aubrey's shoulder and squeezing a little bit too hard before letting go and entering. Standing in the corner, as he did before when he met the Coterie. with his arms crossed.
Something about that vampire. They just know exactly what I'm into.
You are all within breathing distance of each other now, within this small wooden shack. 3 kindred and this one man, crammed together in a small space. The 3 of you who are inside can now smell this man. And he smells horrible. He smells death had once come over, given him a breath of life, and left him to rot. The skin of this man is gray, sickly. Small pustules mar his face. His eyes yellow and sunken into his sockets a little bit. His fingernails all cracked, dirty. His face a long beard, tangled within upon itself. It's okay, Rob. We can't see back there. You're all good.
Go ahead.
He's wearing a plaid shirt under his blue overalls and very large, oversized Timberland boots that are at least 20-year-old.
Are these more? Are these even boots anymore?
I'd still consider these boots. They are on my feet, and they are made of boot. Therefore, they are my boots.
Kiernan's gonna lean out of the house, get really close to Aubrey's ear. Now is not the time where we talk back, or be smart.
I've never been accused of being smart.
Touche.
We appreciate your hospitality.
Oh no,
Wait a
please! This is not me being hospitable. This is me welcoming you. My. Oh, what is the right word that I'm looking for here? My superiors. That's the word. My superiors. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So, looking at this person, does Thorn know that he's a ghoul?
Once again, give me a. Oh, you can give me intelligence occult.
These occult is 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 failures.
No!
Oh my god!
The fuck?
Wow!
Oh my god!
You just explode?
That
One success off of the hunger die.
Thank God for that.
That's pretty good. Hey, last time this happened, I got a critical failure on a 100.
Yeah, cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Wowie, wowie,
Nice.
Hey, what is this guy? You die instantly.
you take in
You
a
turn
deep
to
breath
red
and
mist.
just nothing.
You look at this guy, you become gritty.
you turn to dust. Like you just get Thanos.
You see Infinity War?
I told you those weren't shoes.
Whoosh.
So you look at this guy and you go, that is a hideous man.
That's a man. That's a man if I ever saw one.
that is yuck. That is living yuck right there.
That is one dude.
The fact that that's coming from Thorn, incredible. The fact that Thorn's like, this guy's fucking gross, dude. This is really good.
Yeah, I think he just goes, deplorable.
Deplorable.
I think.
For the record, not my type.
Oh, there is a limit. Okay, good to know.
We found it.
Found the line. I think Max, and just regardless, he goes regardless of status, you got us out of the darkness with your light, so I appreciate you. nonetheless.
His eyes widen. No, please, stop. It's my duty. I knew you were coming. I was told it is. It is the Swamp Fest. I know the days. I know
It
someone's
is.
going to be coming today, but
It is. And regardless, I was told kindness begets kindness.
very
Regardless of
good. Very good. I appreciate that. Now, are you his entourage?
we're his representatives. Heralds, if you will.
I'm sorry. Say again. You're his heralds. He's not here. Is he coming later? Is he late? Is he held back by something?
We are here in his stead.
That is quite confusing to me.
Sorry, but every year has he come
Yes,
himself?
him and the sheriff.
Fuck.
See.
Before we all start getting nervous.
Too late.
Yes.
No respect.
What's that a bit nervous about? Stares into the darkness.
We all have our responsibility, and we will see it through. We have our orders. We have our mission. We will carry it out as was given.
Yeah.
Aubrey's having an internal monologue. He's like, man, this guy hypes me up. Like,
Aubrey, you hear about 20 feet behind you something dart across the path and into deeper woods. Something with heavy footfall.
I give a gentle whistle back into the house.
The man inside, no, you do not whistle at nighttime. You do not whistle at nighttime. Do not whistle at nighttime. Do you not understand? Do not whistle
Thorn,
at nighttime.
Did you hear the man? Don't whistle at nighttime.
I'm gonna have to stick to like not just catcalling normally. I know it's a situation we're in.
That's
There's
the bare
no
minimum.
whistling. I'm sorry. It's something I'm gonna have to fail
What
you
did-
right now.
What did you see?
What did I hear? I heard heavy footsteps. They darted about 20 feet up the path and into the wood.
We are in that territory after all. He's hoping that's just someone telling them that our boss isn't here. So
The man doesn't push past you all, but makes a motion to push you guys aside so he can get out of his home and take a look out into the darkness. You see him take his hat off, put it up against his ear, starts listening out to the side. Puts one foot forward and starts smelling the air.
Can you smell anything by himself?
I don't know what that is. I've never smelt that before. But
Me either.
they're coming. They're coming.
Tell me, what is the usual protocol that you have witnessed from the sheriff and the prince? What do they usually do when he comes? They come.
Well, the prince and the sheriff, they come here, make themselves known to me, and then they go to the meeting space.
Where's that?
About a mile that way, at the edge of the bayou.
Okay.
yep, that makes sense.
You know what that sounds like?
Mm.
Really good spot for us not to be found. Here we go.
You gotta find somebody.
The only way out is in.
We able to take the car a mile down?
Oh no.
Okay.
The space that you stopped the car at, that's where the woods ate the road.
We have been in that car for a hot minute. But with a little more walking, I mean, if we're going to surprise one, might as well surprise them all.
All right.
The man says, "This is a 3-hour candle. It's been burning for 1 now. You have 2 hours left before the darkness takes us all."
Ominous. Thanks. Come on. Can't waste time.
Sorry. That really got me. Oh, fuck.
Is at the back, but he instinctively places his hand behind Aubrey's neck, sort of clasping it and walking forward with him. You got something to say?
I take my hand and I place it around Thorn's waist, and I'm like, "Don't worry, I've got you. I've got you, big guy. I'll keep you safe."
Yeah, Thorn's gonna slap his hand. Don't be ridiculous.
You're right. It's
Shut up.
both hands, onward.
Walk. Puts him forward.
I like it when you lead.
No, you're leading. Human shield.
What else is new?
Holy fuck, they're gonna get us killed.
Hey, at least they're able to flirt in this kind of shit, so.
Is it bad that it kind of make? Never mind. I'm just not.
No, go on.
I'm not gonna be that vulnerable right now, man. That just
No.
doesn't make sense.
I mean, we're about to die, so I might as well be as vulnerable as possible.
You have somebody, Max?
I do, yeah.
That's good.
I hope she doesn't kill me after I get killed, so we'll see.
It'd be a hell of a feat.
Yeah, she can do it, though.
What's she like? That good? Everything.
She's my favorite.
Yeah.
Let's not get our asses killed out here for this falling apart presentation.
Well, I guess I'm in a lucky position. I don't have much of anybody. You guys are about the closest.
You'll find Imogen.
Which
You'll
is good.
find them. You'll find Imogen.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe not. What if I don't want to? This isn't the time.
That's
Let's go.
true. No, that's true, though. It's all up to you if you want to find them or not. If you want to give them the time of night. I was going to say day, but then.
That'd
Doesn't
be
make sense.
a very funny irony.
Yeah. It's all up to you. After what she
Adam
did,
on the-
I don't know. I'd understand.
Who's
That's
out in
short, right?
front?
I'd say Max and I, yeah.
Can you both please give me wits and awareness? Thank you.
And we all
I'm
have
so
100
used to
guys.
saying perception alertness because that's the old version.
Wits and awareness.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh God, this is good for me. 5.
3 successes.
Hold on.
If you go into the woods today, sure.
Ooh. 3 successes, 1 on the hunger die, 2 failures.
My boy.
Okay.
We're just getting failures tonight, huh?
Hey, that's okay. We're playing a game where
Failure is part of it.
I'm excited.
it's
Failing
the
upwards,
it's the
folks.
world of darkness for a reason. So, the two of you had 3 successes each. You both hear off in the distance, far away. We'll say at this point you guys have made half a mile. You guys hear off in the distance a low howl that is answered by several others. The first one is in the direction where you're going. The other 4 come from all different directions around you. One of them is behind you, close off. The one that is close behind you can also be heard by Thorn and Aubrey, but the other howls were only heard by Max and Kiernan.
I give Thorn a. Looks like we picked up a tail. Eh? Yeah.
Don't turn around. Just keep walking. They're all around us. Focus forward.
And Thorn leans into Aubrey's ear, squeezing his neck, the back of his neck a little tighter. Just stay by me.
Wouldn't dream of it. Anything else?
See, I knew it was going to go there. He leans over to Max.
Gotta admire it.
Really?
It's crazy how dedicated to it he is. It's wild.
It's determination. Yeah, I
It's
guess.
yeah.
I'll get determination.
The fuck?
Just keep walking.
Yep.
Just aware that guard is still up, and I'm
Yep.
sure they know that I'm sure they were watching us and smelling us and just getting a profile of all of us. And not like the ball. Max is not hiding anything about himself. Again, it's just that boxer's walk.
Guys, continue walking forward. The sky cannot be seen above you with how thick the vegetation and the canopy of trees limbs are. You're having to push Spanish moss out of the way as you're going forward. You hear small hoofs running away as you get closer, and the squealing of wild pigs. One of the squeals is cut short, followed by a sound of gurgling. Another 15 to 20 minute walk deeper into the woods you go, as the bramble starts to slowly open up. You can see water. The only way you know that this is water is because it's reflecting the moonlight above. The sight of any form of light source is a welcome thing to you right now. You're all now standing about 5 feet from the water bank.
Oh, I feel like I should mention this. Don't go into the water.
That seems like an incredibly sensible thing to say. Yeah.
No, even if something were to happen, go into the woods, not the water. Never the water. Stay far away from open water.
Piranhas?
Same question.
Our kind don't do well with water.
Got
Don't go into the water.
Okay.
Thought that was a personal choice for most vampires to not shower, but understood.
It's not what you can shower, but you can't.
No, shh. People are listening. There are werewolves around. You're shouting.
Not shouting.
The snort.
It's a snorting growl.
I'm sorry. I piranhas. Fucking got me. Oh my god.
Piranhas? Yeah, but I think a lot of us are just sort of laying in wait. If we're close by the water, then we know that obviously our people are coming sooner than later.
Much sooner than you expected. With just getting to the edge, you all hear the bush behind you get ripped out of the ground and thrown to the side. Tree branches snapped and thrown to the floor. As you turn around, you see this 9-foot-tall monstrosity with dark brown hair, a necklace of bones and fangs, burning yellow eyes, dagger-like fangs as it's opening its maw at you all. Hunched over, arms slightly extended, claws baring. You see the werewolf come into your personal space now as it roars in all of your faces. Suddenly, you see its body start to crack and twitch as it slowly morphs from its battle war form, smaller, a little more petite, and into a human figure of a woman with a white tank top, loose sweatpants, and jogging sneakers on. The necklace stays the same. She has very dark, wild brown hair and a very serious, angry look on her face. Where is your prince? Where is Olivier?
I think Max didn't move, didn't emote, didn't react towards the roaring, towards the transformation. He's just been staring straight into this person's eyes, and he's waited for them to speak up first. And he says, "We'll be speaking for the prince this evening. Same rules apply. Same territories apply. That's all. No changes other than this one."
She looks at you, Maximilian, and scoffs, then looks at the others, very judgmental look upon her face. She curls her lip back at you, Max, and says, "Am I to understand that the prince does not wish to show his face here?"
He respects your time. He respects us. He respects you. He hopes we can respect our ongoing deal.
He was always a sniveling coward. The stench of his fear overpowered the stink of his madness. Look at you for. You came here willingly, didn't you?
No time like the present to keep the peace.
A learned one, I see.
No.
Then nothing new. What has your prince told you all?
Our territories will remain the same. You have the bayou. We have the city. Nothing changes. As usual.
She straightens her back and starts laughing loudly to the sky, which is responded in turn by laughter on the other bank. Within the woods, you hear the other werewolves laughing. Then turns back to you guys, wipes a tear from her eye. Know this, licks. My name is Juliana of the Uktena tribe. And I come here to tell you there will no longer be a land treaty between us and your kind. The agreement that we have had for the last 100 and some odd years is over.
Why has it not served you?
Our time here has come to an end.
Why?
We, the
What about-
Octana tribe, have decided that the swamps, the bayou, and the rivers, all of it, will be returned to its rightful masters.
And who is its rightful masters, if not the children of Gaia?
Why don't you take a long walk into the dark if you want that answer? Neckbiter.
There's no need for conflict now. There's going to be conflict. Let's handle it properly. There's no need for violence as much as I'm sure you would like that.
I'm sorry, but the Garou abandoning their home, the wilderness, what could possess them? What could possess them to leave?
Is there something encroaching on your land?
Quite the opposite. The only thing approaching or encroaching is you right now. You are all on land that does not belong to you or us.
Who does it belong to?
We of the Octana tribe, we will no longer call this place home. No longer after this night.
Where will
And
you go?
we not care what you do with these lands? It's no longer our problem. I will say this, though. The cairns of this area will be attended by others. And you should truly think long and hard before making a play at going over one of those sacred places. I know your prince wanted them. I know he's aware of their power.
Thomas, where will you go?
Does it
Where
really
will you
matter
call
to
home?
you?
Of course.
We
Feels
go.
like you've been pushed out of your home.
We have not been pushed. As I said, we have willingly given this land back to its rightful masters. We shall abandon it and find a new home, more suitable and more open to Garou.
So you're saying Garou aren't taking over this particular piece of land?
Not
Is that correct?
anymore.
Then our business is concluded.
I think not.
Thorn.
We had our mission. We have the result.
They're not here anymore, Thorn.
Yes, but the other Garou, are there no other Garou within the wilderness? Are all Garou leaving Louisiana, leaving New Orleans? The bayou? All of them are leaving the bayou. I'm sorry, but when I see a pack of rats running in one direction in the sewer, I don't ask questions, I run with them. Why? You want to leave? To
Juliana
give this place back to...
Juliana then once again starts changing into a half werewolf, half human form. It's Galabro form. Stands a little bit taller, 6.5 feet, more muscular. The face looking a little more canine. The fangs hanging out over the lips. But then run back to your city, Long Fang. Unless you want to stay here and play a little.
Thorn, Aubrey, go. Now we're done here.
We're done.
Move.
Go. Go!
And at that, Thorn will hiss, grab Aubrey, and turn.
I think
Aubrey takes one last look, and there's no reason for you guys to stay, and takes Thorn by the hand, and they take off.
I think before either him or lovely other friends leave, I think he just looks at the werewolf, at the Garou, and just goes, "Thank you for the warning. This was more insightful than you know."
Oh, trust me. It was the only kindness we would give you ever.
I still appreciate it. You have a wonderful evening.
She then transforms back into her Krynos war form, roars in your face once more, and in a single bound leaps the distance of the canal to the other side of the land. As you watch her land onto the floor, you see the 4 other Garou come out of the woods, each of them all wearing the same necklace of fangs and bone. All howl in unison. Then they all turn into a dire-sized wolf and start heading quickly deeper into the woods. With
Karen,
that,
oh, sorry, yeah, it makes sense.
with that, we're going to take a quick break. So we'll see you all in about 15 minutes.
Bye.
See you soon. Welcome back. Thank you, Thaddeus.
I don't think Robin's back. I don't think is Robin back? I don't know. They have headphones in.
Headphones aren't even on.
I can't. I'm trying to pass it. I'm trying to move past as fast as possible.
Hold on, let me shoot them a quick message.
Robin.
the immediate turn to get the headphones on. Oh, God. She went. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Are we on the internet?
Roll of power. You're muted.
Are also muted.
Are we back?
We're back. Hello.
Just for 5 minutes.
For 5.
Yeah,
no,
we've just been live for the last 20 minutes.
No.
No, we've been live for
It's been
30
like
seconds.
15 seconds.
Yeah, you're fine. Before we continue, I just wanted to show a cool trick I do on Tragedy for wolves and other primal animals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I know what you're about to do.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Is everybody ready? I hope this mic catches it, because it's like to fuck me in the past.
Whoa!
You just awoke Robin.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Daddy!
Quit playing. Sliding in my DMs, quit playing.
And that's on Tragedy.
That's on Tragedy Theologian.
Slide in my DMs.
Slide in my DMs.
Now here's the
Growl in
thing.
my DMs, baby.
Quit playing, Goomba.
If you were 6'6" in a big,
In a big bed.
Loud roars, small packages, baby.
And we're back, everybody. Okay.
We're back.
All right.
Hello.
Okay, if you are just joining us now, you missed some shit.
Yeah, you did.
If you're still here from before, I'm sorry, but welcome. We're going to continue right from where we left off, where the Garou had transformed into their dire wolf form and had retreated deep into the woods on the opposite end of the bank. Players, once again, stage is yours.
I think we're just getting the fuck out of here. I think it's just a silent rush. If there was a camera, all you would hear was as everybody's just booking it back to the car to get the fuck out of here.
Wait, and Thorn will run into the hut. Where are you little piece of shit?
Okay, so you make your way. So you guys see the candlelight still flashing off in the distance. You make your way through bramble, tripping over roots and whatnot. There is no longer any sound in the woods around you. It is dead quiet, besides from the noise of you guys hauling ass through the dark. Robin, Thorn bursts over to the hut, and you see the man sitting in a chair by the candle, looking at one of the other walls.
You not hear me talking to you, human. Stand up.
Hey.
No response.
Cool it, Thorn.
Shit. And so he goes to him and he turns him.
Oh, he's dead.
As you go to turn him, half of his body falls to the floor.
All right, that's our cue to get out of here.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
You don't understand. Whose ghoul was this? You don't understand. A ghoul is dead. This is the property of some vampire.
Very well,
prince.
Thorn, on your bike. Now's
there-
not the time.
Is there a way to tell at all of like clanhood or any sort of relation?
Sometimes there's a marking on some ghouls of their sire, whether it be the clan symbol or a distinctive marking of that kindred that has changed them.
Kieran will look for one.
All right, give me a intelligence and investigation, please.
Okay, I'm not bad at that.
Okay.
Surprisingly, because this guy's a fucking idiot.
Good job.
Oh! Oh my god! So that is a critical success on the hunger dice and a normal dice and 2 normal successes.
All right, you have a messy critical. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah, good
Let's get
job.
messy, bitch.
You see, through your investigation, you start undoing some of the buttons around the sleeves and you start rolling it up. There's no markings on the arms. You start opening up the button down on his neck. You start looking.
Come on.
You see definitely where the puncture wounds from the fang would have been. It wasn't properly closed, almost intentionally. You're not familiar with any kindred in the city that do that, so you keep on investigating. You do notice, however, that the body where cleaved in half is a perfectly clean line. Very, very surgical. The rest of the body, there's no marking that shows who this belongs to. This ghoul, you do not know its owner. You do not know its kindred master.
Is there a wallet?
Wallet? No.
Okay.
This ghoul, this was his home. This little hut is all it knew.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta get.
We
the
need
fuck
to
outta here.
go.
Go.
We need to go now.
Thorn is going to. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
Thorn is going to grab the body and haul it over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Both, just what he can. Just
All
gonna
right,
haul it.
so we're taking your lunch to go then.
They're taking the harvest to Isengard.
Kieran starts running.
Okay. All right. You guys are all. 1 second.
What do you mean by that?
What was the pause for?
What the fuck do you mean like
We
that?
just get to the car, right? It's all good. We just make it. Like,
I just had to put up the warning. As you guys are running.
Oh no!
Robin, the body that is hanging from your back
You're about to get chompy.
is dislodging its intestine and whatnot.
Hooka-dooka.
Its bodily organs are falling at your trailing feet, and you are getting tied up in the mass that is dropping at you.
God.
Please give
What
me...
if he wasn't though?
Please give me a dex and athletics.
Oh my
All right.
Robin, why do you look so fucking excited?
Oh my
Robin
God.
loves this shit.
Dylan's feeding me good.
We did this on purpose? What
Yeah, he's
the?
feeling me real good. Okay, Dex, right? Okay, so we got
Dex and athletics.
athletics. All
We've been hoodwinked. This is what it's all been for.
Is there a
Flabbergasted.
system to perform the help action?
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
What type of...
right. 4 successes.
4 successes.
hell yeah.
All right, great.
Get it,
You
dude.
do not get tangled up. You trip a little bit, but you catch yourself and you rearrange the body so now that is not it's no longer like having its arms around you. You're just flipping upside down like a purse and just stuffing stuff in as you're running back. While this is happening, everyone in the party hears the shack explode. Not a chemical explosion, not a dynamite explosion, but something destroys the hell out of that shack, which is a mere 50 feet behind you now. And you continue
Don't
running.
look back.
Stuffing it like a person running.
God.
You have all made it to the car now.
Stuffing it like a person running.
Stuffing it like a turkey.
Here, Nick, quick, get in. I called shotgun.
Fucking, I've already gotten in.
Yeah, he's sits in the back. Just
I'll get in the trunk. Open the trunk.
Just get in.
Yoinks! The whole him and the body are in the trunk, tangled together in a mass of gore and body and limb. Slam.
God damn, I have to clean that tomorrow.
Hey,
We gotta go
Max,
fast.
I need you
What's
to
up?
give me wits and drive,
Good God.
because right
Can I-
now you are on edge. You are all on edge.
Wits and drive, gotcha.
can I pull out my gun?
Yep. What type of gun did you have on you?
He has a pistol. I'd say just a fairly run of the mill, easy to get a hand
Like
hold
a 35?
of. Yeah.
Okay.
Just loads it. Sort of just keeping his head on a swivel.
Okay.
All right, we're going hands on, and I rack my gun, throw it up over my shoulder.
What type of
So,
gun do you have?
Beretta 92.
As one would.
That's a big one.
As you would.
All right. Christian, what'd you get for that roll?
Messy critical of 3 successes.
Nice.
Okay, good, excellent, thank you. You pull that car into reverse. If it was possible, you almost do like an exorcist body turn to see exactly what's behind you as you are driving at full speed. Mud and dirt are being picked up by those wheels, but you are still flying through the very dense vegetation and that skinny, narrow dirt road until you finally come to a main street. 1 second.
Thorn is just like banging around in the trunk.
Max, are you good? You're muted. Okay.
I'm fine, focus.
Got it.
Just as you make your way onto the main road, the boulder with the etchings on it lands in the road mere inches from the car. And a roar like something out of a movie is coming from within the woods now. Very, very different from the roar you heard from the Garou.
Out now! And he kicks his door open,
Yeah.
throws the trunk open,
Start doing that.
grabs.
As he does that, Kieran is just gonna try and push this large boulder if possible.
Oh, no, it's not blocking the road. It just missed the car a little bit.
Oh, it was
got
the
it,
car a
got it.
little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought it blocked the road.
Nope.
I thought so too.
Sorry for the confusion there.
Whoops.
No, all good.
I'm still driving if I'm still driving. I don't
Yep.
know. Yeah, I'm fucking picking it up. Just
Doing my best to level towards where I hear the sound coming from.
Say that
Opening the
again?
trunk and peering.
Just leveling aim at where the sound is coming from.
Sure.
the forest.
Yep, no problem.
just try to look the littlest things.
No, Thorn is trying to peer to see if he can see or perceive anything through the trunk opening. He's like,
You see the woods and that trail getting further away now as Maximilian is booking it back to the city. What was a 45-minute drive has now been shortened to 20 minutes with the speed that Maximilian is going,
That tracks.
until he reaches the city limits, where he resumes normal speed as to not draw further attention to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't want anybody checking our trunk.
No. I think like he almost does like a drifting like swerve of a turn as
Tokyo
they like
drift?
exit the forest, like a Tokyo drift. Just a nice swerve out as they like
Deja vu.
Nice. Slam.
as he just turns and like he's like all the adrenaline in the world is running through his body right now as he's just like looking at the forest edge and just to calm himself down and he's just like looking and this is the most in tune with the beast I think anyone's seen him as his focus is like super in.
You're doing great, Max.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Okay. We need to head to the princess right now.
I hate to fucking agree with you.
Okay. Hey, you good back there?
Pounds.
They're good.
Okay. He just drives his
Holsters the pistol. So it just pats Max on the
Seals his
shoulder.
gun.
Oh, this
Hey.
is gonna be a fun conversation.
That was some great talking back there, but even better driving.
Yeah, appreciate that. He just like at a stoplight. as soon as they're at a stoplight, it's
Fucking-
just
Hit
the wheel.
The wall.
Hey.
It's been hit.
Hey, I just stocked up, so drinks at my place after this.
Oh, fucking thank God.
Yeah.
All right. You guys make your way into the French quarters and right up to outside of the mansion of the Prince Olivier Dubois. Find a parking space not too far off and make your way out of the car.
I make sure no one is outside before I open the trunk for Thor.
There are people around. This city is similar to New York in the sense that it almost does not sleep.
Gotcha.
There will always be drunk people around somewhere.
Is there a big crowd or?
No, it's not a crowd. It's just people. It's a lot of tourists at night on their ghost tours and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in that case, Max goes, all right, time to get these fucking decorations out of here.
Yeah, decorations. Yep. All right.
With the trunk.
Get good in there. Slams on it. Yeah.
I have the decorations.
Good.
And drapes it over himself.
Oh God.
Oh, and what a lovely decoration, you all. Let me help you out.
Did you really have to go to that butcher and get the expired meats? God damn it.
Halloween Express is killing it
Needs-
this year.
Yeah, the tourists. We need to be authentic. Get
Do
the hell
you
inside.
pay extra for that smell?
Damn it. He just looks at his. There's a moment like once Thorn gets out of the trunk, and there's just a moment where he just looks at his destroyed, just mess of a car, and he goes. We'll get you fixed up.
Max, I'll help you clean it.
It's
I'll
okay.
help
And
you.
he
It's all right.
he
We gotta-
closes.
we
He
gotta go.
closes it. He's just like,
Aubrey grimaces. He's like, that's gonna take a lot of bleach.
oh, I know it is.
The fuck.
God damn it. All right, come on.
You guys
Come on.
make your way onto the.
God. My God, there's a puddle of it right here. Oh, gross.
You guys make your way onto the property,
Yeah.
past the few ghoul guards who are looking at you a little quizzically. Quizzically? Whatever.
Quizzically.
Physically.
And then
Puzzled. Perplexed.
and then a bit shocked, of course, at what is being thrown over Thorn's shoulder. You make your way inside. Are you going directly to his office, or what are you doing?
I'm looking for our sheriff first.
Okay.
Because fuck.
Uh,
I'm not barging into some royal person. Like even Max knows that's some fucked up shit.
I think Kiernan's like, you let me in?
Oh, you were obviously let in. Like they didn't even
Okay,
bother
yeah.
stopping you guys.
I think he goes to one of them. He goes like, "Where's the sheriff?"
And one of them responds, "He's inside with the prince."
Could you go get him for us?
I stand outside.
God damn it!
My
Kieran
my
walks
job
up.
is here.
Then
That's
stay
fine.
there and be quiet.
You're doing a good job.
Okay.
Just gonna
Nobody's a better stander than you. And you can take that to the bank.
Aubrey.
Excuse me.
So you made your way up the stairwell
Yeah,
down the
yeah,
he's
making it, yeah.
and you're just banging on the door of the office?
No, he's just excuse
God.
me. We need help. He's knocking politely.
Okay.
Trying
The door cracks open and the sheriff, Jacques, peers through the small opening. Well, you are back a little earlier than expected.
Yeah, you could say the operation kind of shit itself a little bit.
One moment, please. And he shuts the door. And a long several moments pass. You hear his steel-toed shoes tapping further away from the door. Stand still. Silence for a good long while. And then, just as slowly, they come back towards the door as it opens wide for you. The prince will see you now. And he stands to the side, welcoming you all in.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Kieran is doing
I
everything
do
he can to bite
believe-
his fucking tongue.
I do believe you and I still need to speak later. Oui?
Yeah. But right now we got some mighty big news for the prince.
Bon.
Sure, he sees the dead body attached to the.
He sees it. He's unfazed.
Of course he is. Who walks in?
The prince is sitting behind his desk, scrolling at a scroll. Scrolling at a scroll.
Yick.
Very absent of your entrance. Not giving you any attention at all. Still writing, he just says, sit down, please. Make yourselves comfortable.
Thorn is gonna stride in, take the body, and slam it right in front of the desk.
Oh, god damn it.
On the desk or in front of the desk?
Think really hard about
Think
this.
really hard about this. See, it was Alex's goal to die in 3 sessions.
Yeah, this is the one where I died.
This is the one!
I have to make it happen.
He will do it in front of the desk.
Okay.
Steal my thunder. I'm supposed to die today.
The sound of the thud and the makes the prince raise an eyebrow and slowly lift his head up at you. Did you bring me a gift?
Of
they
sorts.
they left you a gift.
The Garou are leaving.
I'm sorry. One thing at a time. Let's start with what Maximilian has said. The Garou are what now?
Leaving.
What do you mean they are leaving?
I mean, they are going away, leaving the land, because something worse is coming in. Something they fear.
Something the Garou fear is coming. What do you mean? They are abandoning the swamp? They are abandoning
Yes.
the bayou?
Yep, that's what they told us.
That's exactly how they put it.
And then they left.
Said they were leaving it to its rightful owners.
And who did
Whatever
you
that
speak
means.
with?
Juliana.
Julia Bafmazo. I see. So you did speak with the proper people? if you can call them people.
Or proper.
I can call them both.
And they told you that they is being relinquished to the proper master of this swamp?
Yes,
Yes.
Who is this?
they refuse to say.
Did they refuse, or did you not ask more intently?
We asked more than once, in a few different ways.
It was as if they were afraid to say so.
It was the original owners of that land. The original owners.
And who would that
That's-
be? You sound like you know who that is.
Well, let's look up the census records. I don't know. All I know is that for the first time, you sent a motley pair in your stead. Something this important for the first time. This ghoul who is unmarked is slaughtered.
As you say
And
that, he pushes forward and leans, looks over there. Ah, Samuel, you will not be missed.
It's funny because they were definitely expecting you.
Of course, I make this trip every year. This is the first year I'm not there. Of course he was expecting me.
Not just that. As we were leaving, Samuel was attacked. And as we were driving the hell out of there, the marking stone the girl used was tossed at us.
What do you mean it was tossed at you? That is a boulder that was...
I mean,
don't even know how much it
literally.
was.
I'm not one to speak figuratively all the time, Prince. I mean, literally thrown at us.
It came out of the dark of the wood, just about an inch in front of the car. And then we all heard the most monstrous roar imaginable. Looks to Max. Would you say that's accurate?
I mean, not a roar I've ever heard before.
It attacked us, knowing that the others were relinquishing the land. I don't think this whatever it is that owned the land before has any intention of keeping any sort of peace.
Well,
One could argue that it declared war by attacking the people you sent.
I will have some others go take a look. You've already done your part. You've delivered my message and returned with half a Sam and no Garou.
Have a sandwich.
No, Garou.
What did you just say?
Samuel, we brought him back.
Those were not your words, and I have warned you once before about your quips.
Prince.
No, Maximilian. This is between Aubrey and myself. Now, if you don't mind, you three, leave.
Before Thorn leaves, he's going to just put a hand on Aubrey's shoulder. No games. And then walk out.
There's hesitation. Our stress is very high, Prince.
Congratulations.
I will
Everyone's
put
stress is
myself
high.
out.
Max doesn't hesitate. He just walks out.
Let Aubrey go. I'll accept the punishment.
This is not something that can be passed off. This is a much needed discussion with an outsider to our city speaking to its prince. You have lived here long enough to understand this. He is brand new to my city and needs to have a little education
Kieran, come on.
Pats Aubrey on the shoulder.
It gives you the look like everyone's got to take their lumps.
Jacques, the door. And Jacques follows the three of you outside, shuts, and locks the door behind him as he stands sentinel with a smile on his face. Before we get into this scene, what are the three of you doing outside of the prince's office now?
Muted again.
Thorn is leaning against the wall right outside the door. One leg sort of hiked up, arms crossed. Whatever screams, whatever you hear coming from in there, don't move. Just allow it to happen.
I'm sure both of you can probably see it. Max, as cool as he's been, you can all see that like his knuckles are like his like fists are closed up real tight. Where like I'm like shaking tight. And he's just staring off into like nothing.
I think that there's like movement as Kieran turns back to the door, sees Jacques, turns back around, does a full 360 again. Looks at Max, just nodding. I don't know if I can. Just stares at Jacques.
Jacques is still standing there, smiling. And
Almost
anyone
like a
who
right-
takes notice, you can see that his shadow has started to swirl around him.
This shadow. Can I want Thorn to look into it deeper.
All you can see is a shadow.
Just a shadow. I can't roll for any perception. Just a shadow.
Just a shadow.
All right. All right.
Now, to Aubrey. Aubrey, the door shuts behind your party, and the sheriff walks out with them. You are alone in the room with the prince. The atmosphere of the room, even prior to this moment, was thick. It's now got a bit of electric in the air. A tinge spikes you every moment. As the prince is now sitting back straight in his seat, nails tapping on the armrests of the chair. And he whispers to you, Aubrey, you are a guest to my city. Correct?
Correct.
What do you know of me?
Your hospitality.
Do not bullshit me. What do you know of me? Your sire must know enough about me. What have you heard?
He's not as forthcoming with information as you are. He sent me in his stead for a reason. I imagine it's because he might have been a little intimidated to be here.
I know Aether personally. You are telling me he spoke nothing of me to you? No inclination of how to hold yourself in my court?
It's become commonplace for Aether to tell me, Aubrey, hold your tongue. Aubrey, watch yourself.
So you just arbitrarily do not listen to your sire, and he has allowed such impudence to continue?
No, I have quite a few scars to prove the opposite,
Not enough.
clearly. Did you get my letter?
What letter? I did not get no letter from you.
I pinned it on in the evening. You should be expecting it soon. Maybe I'll do it in person. I'd like to again thank you for your hospitality. It's something that's lost on me. I'm not often invited into such beautiful homes. Sometimes I forget myself. I appreciate having this moment with you for you to correct me.
I will say this one time to you. You have done a deed for me this evening. I will let this oversight pass. One time. Aubrey, do you understand when I say one time?
You mean one time.
I mean much more than just one time. You have had your one time, you have had your second time. I have heard your little snippy remarks in my face twice now. If I so much as see you blink an eye in the wrong direction, I will take your eye. If I see you take a foot in the wrong direction, I will take your foot. If I do not like anything that you do in my city, I will have Aether come down here and watch as I have you enjoy a sunrise. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal.
Remember whose city you belong in.
I won't allow myself to forget again.
No, better not. Now go play with your friends. I'm sure they are worried about you. And he smacks his hand on the desk 2 times, which is answered by the sound of the door unlocking and Jacques opening the door behind him.
All right.
I'm assuming I can make my way out past Jock.
Yep.
My prince. I give a formal bow and make my way out.
He does not respond to you and just continues to his paperwork, now pulling out a different scroll and starting anew.
And Thorn lean in. Could I have that? Points to the body.
And you hear him say, without looking up to you, you take one step into this room, you will not leave.
So generous, thank you, my prince. Bows and yinks out.
I take Thorn, like, I wander really close to them and I whisper, the prince greeted me to a sunrise.
You're not dead. You're not even marked up. That's far better than I got my first time. Well done. Well done, you.
What can I say? I've been dodging arrows my whole life.
Sick of these fucking games.
I am so impressed, Aubrey.
Kiernan,
Don't do that again, you little shit.
I can't thank you enough, my friend. Max, next time, take him with you.
It's unfortunate that these politics are games to them, and vice versa.
As you say
Wow.
that, Jacques comes out. Excuse me, Max?
He turns. Oh, sorry. Almost forgot. We need to talk.
I will see you in the library, please. And he makes his way past you all. Making a point of it to walk very closely to Kiernan's feet. Just missing them by a trifle of an inch.
And I think he just like Max like walks up. He's following behind him, and he's just like he taps him on the shoulder, looking on his eye to eye. He's just like, make sure these two don't get in any more trouble.
You can see a similar time as before, the whites of his eyes, blood red, the veins on his neck popping.
I need you to focus.
I'm plenty focused.
Not the right kind.
How about we all get us something to drink?
I
all-
owe
you
Kieran
all
at
do
least
that.
one.
You all do that. I'll meet up with you.
Fine.
Thank you. All of you. Good job. Could have been worse. He walks off.
Max, you take your time getting to the library, and as you get there, you see that Jacques is ushering people out who are quickly scurrying away. The library looks untouched and unchanged from when you first entered the mansion the other night. Puts his hand on the globe, spins it slowly, lets his finger drag over the surface as it spins slowly and slowly. Well, what do you have to say to me, Maximilian?
The night you first came to talk, I noticed you were being followed by 4 shadowy figures. And then 2 days ago, I saw quite the similar image. Shadowy figures following us. I was just curious if they were your entourage or someone else's.
They are. Those are my skulkers.
Why are you having us followed?
Do I need to answer that question?
You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just curious.
I follow anyone that I deem necessary. As the sheriff of this beautiful city, it is imperative for me to know a little bit about everything. They're coming, they're going, who they commune with.
You could have asked us. No need for the middleman.
You must be new to being kindred. Not always will you get a straight answer when you ask questions.
Well, I'd hope that the sheriff that protects everybody here would be straight with me.
I am straight with everyone. It's others who fear the truth.
I'm not one of those. So I'd appreciate it if you had a concern or a problem when you just came to me. I'd appreciate that. If you have a suspicion, I'll happily investigate it myself.
We will see about that, Maximilian. We will see about that.
I'm sure we will.
In due time. Just keep a wary eye out for my skulkers. And pray that they don't come knocking one evening.
If they do, just know I might come knocking back.
Oh, what fun we'll have then.
I look forward to it.
As he's saying this, you see his shadow extends into 5 different directions, pushing objects out of their way.
Never punched a shadow before. I wonder if it has the same effect.
Why don't you touch it and find out?
No, I've had a long day. Night. Figuring out new problems for us. We gotta stick together. You and I.
We need to stick together, indeed.
You have a good evening.
Ah, bon. And you too, mon ami. And you too. And he
Turns
starts
around.
to walk away and just absentmindedly takes a book, looks at it, puts it elsewhere on the shelf.
I think as he turns around to head to the door, he's like, "You may want to do your shadow trick to fix the furniture. I don't think the prince is going to appreciate ruining the feng shui of this place."
All right. The rest of the party. What were you guys doing during this time that the prince and Maximilian were chatting?
The sheriff, right?
Yeah. You guys can go first if there's anything.
Thorn will have placed his arms around both Kiernan and Aubrey. Well, this was an eventful night. Wasn't it exciting? Are you excited? Shall we get a drink together?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a call quick.
Paul?
Yeah.
Well, just you and me, Aubrey. Again.
I'll be back in a minute. I don't
Just
think I'm gonna get an answer.
Let's take that
We'll stay
moment
close
and
by.
see. Let's take that moment and see this phone call.
Oh, okay.
Okay, where are you going to make this call?
I think he's just walking a little down the block,
Hmm.
still within eye line of the prince's estate, and still where he can see Thorn and Aubrey. He's going to take out his phone and he's going to dial the number he has for Imogen. I imagine he's called before. I imagine it's continued to go to voicemail.
You have called in the past, yes. Each time it has not gone to voicemail. It just continues to ring.
Okay. He tries to call.
The phone rings. That steady, rhythmic sound that we all know. Once, twice, and the third time, the call is answered. There is no sound coming from the other end.
Hello?
Who has this number?
Who is this?
No. Who has this number?
Does this voice sound familiar?
Yes.
Kiernan Blake.
Oof. Too soon. Click.
Yeah.
The phone is snapped in half. Fuck! He walks by one
Can
of the
you
brick.
please roll a hunger for me?
Yeah.
That
So what? Am I just rolling a hunger dice?
Whatever. So if you have, you should have 4 hunger dice to roll right now.
Oh no!
Oh no!
4 hunger dice? Jesus.
Gamers.
Oh no!
I don't know how to tell you.
No.
This is pretty fucking bad. Remember I said episode 3 I'm gonna die? Am I gonna?
Shit.
There's 2 bestial failures,
Oh!
2 normal failures.
Vernon!
I'm gonna fucking die.
Are we close enough to are we close enough to him?
I walked down the block, baby.
Okay.
Kiernan,
Yeah.
that ever-present tugging, that ominous voice, the beast, wakes up within you. Before it says anything, you can feel its presence clawing its way from your belly up and through your chest, into your throat, and bathing in your mind. Oh, this will not do, Kiernan. No. We cannot let this impudence. Let's make some art tonight, shall we? Let's make some beautiful art on this city tonight.
I'm just so worried about him.
The nails extend from Kiernan's hands. The musculature cracks and extends as the form is just bulkier. The eyes completely blood red. As he walks up to a brick building that is not the prince's and just slashes upward, raking his own hand, watching it drip. I think that's a good idea.
As you strike the building, one of the pedestrians passing by, "Yo, man, you okay? What the hell just happened?"
I fell. You're good.
Do you need some help? And he starts walking over to you.
Go now.
You're bleeding though. Here, let me help you. He just starts automatically just pulling pieces off of his shirt to try and bandage your hand.
He grabs his arm. I'm all right.
And the beast within you says, "Fresh material for the artwork."
I think thinking about his tenants, this guy's an innocent. This guy is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You had two bestial failures and two regular failures. At this point, the beast within you is taking over.
How far into this do Robin and I get the chance to notice what's going on?
It was when the beast takes over, it's a snap instinct, and then boom.
Okay.
Since he went down the block.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's clawing a building. Other people are noticing. Can we notice?
From your distance?
Because I'm still within. Yeah.
You're still within eye shot. You did make mention of that.
Yep.
And it's not like we wouldn't be looking to where he's at.
Yep. Give me a
Guys,
give me a resolve alertness, please.
Am I gonna die?
Resolve awareness. Resolve
Someone's
awareness.
gonna die soon. I don't know, man.
Okay, one hunger die.
But
Your
yeah,
social standing's gonna die.
Alec, yes, you are within the throngs of the beast's appetite right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you have your tenants and everything.
Oh yeah.
And you have a very high humanity, which might be the only thing that could possibly save you.
Yeah.
2 failures, 2 critical successes, and a regular success.
Can I do anything with the humanity?
You can roll your humanity to try and fight it.
I will do that.
Okay.
Because I think he'll just sort of feel because he's always got that flask on him. So I think like as he's shifting, he'll feel it in his pocket, and that'll just be that additional reminder. So I roll the additional hunger dice as well, including the humanity?
So your humanity with one of them taken away, adding the 1 red hunger die.
Got it. So that's 7 dice. But yeah, I'd say let's see what they're doing first, if that makes sense.
Yep. So as you made the raking attack to the building, and this person is advancing onto you, Aubrey, with your successes, you can see clearly what is transpiring now. He is a full block away from you, so there is distance between you and him.
I take off running. My instinct is to get there, and if it means taking care of the citizen, because I can mesmerize the citizen or mesmerize Kiernan, I just want to get in between them. I know that he won't forgive himself for hurting someone.
Okay, Thorn, what are you doing?
He's leaning against the wall very calmly, and he just smiles as he's watching Kieran.
Okay.
I hate that.
Hey, Dad!
Oh, this bitch.
In an utmost amusement.
Okay, and you said Aubrey is approaching?
Yes.
With the humanity, I got 5 successes, 2 failures, success on the hunger dice.
Okay. Your better nature takes slight hold. It is now battling a glorious battle within you to shut the beast down. Just enough for you to have some form of control over your immediate next action.
He just pushes this guy away and almost pleading, "No, really, I'm fine. I fuck up all the time. Go, you're good." And he'll push him away and try to move.
Interesting. Okay. You push the guy away. He goes, "All right, whatever, man," and starts heading away. Aubrey, you just make it up to Kiernan as he pushes this pedestrian away.
And it looks like the pedestrian's leaving of his own accord.
He is leaving begrudgingly. You can see that this guy definitely thinks that he should stay around and help out this injured person. This is a kind soul.
This rather large man that's
This dumb
that
bitch.
Kiernan is.
Leave.
He's much bigger than me. He's a huge guy. I place both my hands on his shoulders and I do my best. This guy was going to take a bullet for me, and this is a bullet I need to take for him. I place both of my hands on his shoulders. I try to make eye contact with him the best I can, and I proceed to try to mesmerize him. And I say, "The sun's getting real low, big guy."
You can't. That's a marvel. You can't do that.
Wait. The sun's coming up, big guy.
That's a marvel.
Give me one second. I think there has to be a battle of the dice right here. Hold on.
This is coming for you.
It should be charisma dominate versus intelligence resolve.
Feige's pissed, dude.
Yeah, let me just.
He's gonna turn into a vampire and appear. He's just gonna show up.
I'm sorry.
Mesmerize. The vampire can issue complex commands to a victim as long as they have the subject's gaze and relative quiet in which to issue instructions. The instructions must be carried out immediately to the victim's best ability and must not contain any conditional actions.
I
As
have the
this
free
would
extra
require-
conditional though.
Yep, as this will require the victim to exercise cognition. You need to give me a rouse check, Aubrey.
So how do I roll a rouse check?
1 hunger die. If you succeed, this goes. You will be able to do this. Mesmerize. If you fail, you get a hunger. You have to take a hunger, and it does not work.
To give them
One
give them
success.
the-
Okay. All right. So you need to now roll your manipulation and dominate.
It should be charisma dominate.
I'm sorry.
Right?
No.
I have it on my chart.
Commanding a resisting victim or another vampire requires a contest of manipulation, dominate versus intelligence and resolve.
Okay, so I need what in resolve?
Intelligence and resolve versus Aubrey's manipulation and dominate.
Okay,
Oh, that's 5 dice, babe. Sorry.
it's okay. 6 on my end.
Holy buckets. That's nutty.
A
There's
bunch of
one
successes.
one success and 4 failures, including on the hunger dice.
4 successes and 2 failures.
Holy buckets, Batman.
All right, hold on. All right, so you both have 1 success.
I have 4
Yeah.
successes.
4
I think
success.
they have
Excuse me. Okay.
I have 1.
Okay. I need you, Kieran,
That's me.
to take 1 more hunger, since you failed that hunger die.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aubrey, you succeed at mesmerizing Kieran. Please give him your command.
Hey, big guy. When you feel the beast, it's time to go to bed.
He just sits.
You've never
Close.
been more sleepy.
passes out on the street.
Okay.
And it's free if I do it to the human, right?
No, to a human, it's a different type of a roll. But if you're doing it against another kindred, that's why we had to have this dice battle.
Okay.
It's time to duel.
Robin's something to say.
Yep. Go ahead, Robin.
Yeah, whenever I get a chance, I want an action for Thorn.
Okay.
Oh, it should be you,
The
man.
fuck? Oh
Go
no!
for
Be
it.
all you.
Oh, I said stop getting in trouble, guys! I said no trouble. What is this shit?
I was inside for 5 fucking minutes, dude.
I'm gonna sit
Wow.
down. I'm gonna sit down next to Kieran.
Okay.
That TikTok video was right. I am the mom friend. Fuck.
While Aubrey is busy with Kiernan,
Oh, no.
Thorn is going to go towards that poor innocent human that Kiernan spared.
No.
Is he standing there, or is he gone and walked away because he was like, "Bye, all right, man."
So
Right, so-
that pedestrian was walking towards the mansion when he saw Kieran do the thing.
Uh-huh.
After Kieran pushed him, he continued his direction away, kind of looking a little frazzled and disappointed a little bit as well.
All right, so he's going to stalk this human, come up behind him with his mask, of course, still up, put a hand on his shoulder. Pardon me.
Yeah, hey, wow, you came up out of nowhere.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm one of the tour guides down here. It's a spectacular fest that's going on with the swamp fest and everything. I'm sorry. I'm in my part. I'm in my costume.
Okay. Whew.
I'm so sorry. But you see, I seem to have gotten lost with my other guides. I think they were down there, and I hate to ask this, really, I do, but would you mind walking me down that area? You know how it is this time of night.
Yeah, I'm happy to help. It's strange that you got lost at your own tour, but hey, yeah, I'm happy to help you out here.
Yes. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I'm telling you, a little bit on Bourbon Street, and everyone gets a little lost. Am I right?
Yeah, I've been there before. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Let's go this way.
Thank God.
So how long have you been doing this tour for?
Oh,
I'm Frank, by the way.
Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the name Frank.
Oh, thanks. I was named after my uncle. Yeah, my mom and him are really close. They're like you couldn't separate them for anything. Great guy, Uncle Frank.
Well, I'm certainly glad to have run into you. I think perhaps down this way, and it leads towards a darker street.
That makes sense. I mean, you said you're doing a spooky tour, so yeah, it would make perfect sense you're going down. That we have to go down this dark, scary hallway. So not hallway, street. So yeah, I didn't catch your name. What is it?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Dan-
Daniel, it's a pleasure to meet you. You know what? I don't think I've ever met a mean Daniel. All good Daniels in my time.
Oh, They are divine, aren't they? And is anybody nearby?
In this street, there's 2 people, but they are not paying attention to you guys.
Thorn will pretend to trip over his own shoe. And
Whoa, hey, buddy.
oh, I'm so terribly sorry. Oh, I've been walking all over the French Quarter. Could we find a place to sit? Oh, I don't feel
Man,
so well.
I think that you should take the night. Maybe take tomorrow as well. You look like you're run down. Yeah, here, let me help you. And he leans down to your side, puts your arm over his shoulder, and tries to start to hoist you up.
His neck is surprisingly open.
He just tilts into the side. Come on, just let's go.
All the way exposed.
It's asking for it.
Just come on,
Shaved.
come on.
Let me tell you about my grandma. We were very close.
In that instant, Thorn will.
Did you know I'm getting married next weekend?
Oh, marriage is so lovely, isn't it?
I just brought a brand new puppy.
It requires conviction. It requires something that my fellow Coterie individual, my member, lacked. But I don't, you see, I don't lack that conviction. I don't lack it at all. In fact, and he pushes him and sinks his teeth into his neck.
Mommy.
Mm-hmm. Pressing him against one of the walls and starts just drinking deeply.
Are you satisfying your hunger needs, or what are you doing?
This isn't hunger needs. He's just going to drink and kill him.
All right. You've latched on to Frank, and you are burying your teeth deep within his carotid artery and just drinking from the well of crimson. He struggles to even let out a whimper, aside from his gentle call for his mother, as he claws the air behind you, trying to hold on to something. He feels cold in your hand as the body starts to slowly go limp, and you hear the air leaving his body as the final few sips of precious vitae gets swallowed by you.
And he just licks his lips like this and stares down at. Am I still holding him? I'm still holding him.
Yep, you're still holding him.
Oh, perfect. You are perfect. Especially those eyes you have. How perfect they are. And he takes his very sharp fingers and plunges it into his eyes and rips them out. And pockets them.
Can you please give me a... Whoa! Hey now, Dylan, don't drop your book. Can you please give me... manipulation and medicine.
Manipulation is... Manipulation and hunger, that's it?
Manipulation and medicine.
Oh, medicine, yes.
Also, Robin, you do not need to roll any hunger dice because you are fully satiated.
That's right, I sure am. 1 critical success, 2 regular successes, and a failure. So, yes.
Okay.
3 successes.
1 second, hold on.
Pocket peepers. I said pocket peepers.
Button is a genius. Pocket papers.
Okay.
What alliteration for such a horrid act.
Yeah, right.
Robin, your fingers slide smoothly alongside the eye, behind it, and just out of the socket, not destroying anything about the eye or the cord that attaches them.
Brings them and puts them in his pocket.
All right.
And then he walks away, putting his hands in his pocket and whistles a merry little tune back
Are
down to a...
are you leaving Frank in the middle of the street?
Oh, middle of the street now. He's moving him off to the side where a lot of homeless people will lay down just right on the side of the sidewalk. Kind of pushes him against the wall as if he's sleeping.
Okay. And you are now walking back to the rest of the party. We're going to hold off from there tonight.
God, no.
Like, no.
Frank.
Oh,
Frank didn't deserve that.
Frank was this close.
Maybe Frank could get got. Frank didn't deserve his eyes getting plucked out by a claw
Let this
machine.
be a lesson to you, children. Do not go helping strangers that appear out of nowhere in the middle of the night.
Hey,
They'll turn you into
Don't go trusting a tour guide who's lost his tour group.
the guy who just beats the dog shit out of a brick wall. Just don't do it.
Like, that's like trusting a man in a wheelchair with dirty shoes. What the fuck?
I used to like ice cream. Now I'm horrified.
Kind of. This poor
Put them shits in
ignorant
your
bastard.
pocket.
Put them, he's twirling and put it in your pocket.
You said, I'm going to save these for later.
So thank
Put
you,
them in the
everyone.
freezer and they're going to be like little lollipops. I'm like, what the fuck?
God damn.
Thank
Sorry.
you, everyone, for joining us on this week's episode of Darkness Over New Orleans.
I think we found out what's in the bag.
As I mentioned in the beginning, this was going to be a bit of a darker episode. So thank you very much for joining us. We truly appreciate you checking in on us and having a fun little adventure with us. Please do join us next week as we see the aftermath of what the hell just happened. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.